Hi, my name's Chris Severs. Thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. Today I'm here at the Billie Jean Moffett King Tennis Center to demonstrate the force bands and the field handle, how they can be used for tennis-specific conditioning. There's lots of things in tennis that really are important for performance. Strong stopping and starting, strong legs, shoulders, torso. It's a very demanding sport. This type of product is an excellent product, an excellent tool to help people warm up before a match. It's a great tool for conditioning. I think there's also a lot of ways you can do prehab work with this type of resistance that will help you avoid the type of injuries that we see. They're very common: knees, shoulders and elbows in the world of tennis. So anyway, listen, thanks for watching the video. We're going to head off to the court. So here we are. I'm going to demonstrate for you today a number of different ways that the force bands and the field handles can be used for a very tennis-centric workout. My background is rugby, and in rugby, let me tell you, you've got to change directions, you've got to move fast, quick. First step is very, very important. That's the same thing in tennis. Reaction, stopping, starting, critical part of the game. So one of the things that this type of equipment does really well is help you strengthen your legs for stop and start. The design of these bands and these field handles here allow you to, first of all, loop around any vertical anchor very, very easily. And then these long handles are also quite handy to use as a belt. You can just step right into them. And now you've got a nicely anchored resistance band to do all kinds of first step work, reaction work. So you can do cardio, conditioning, but with resistance. This is the type of thing that gets you more agile and quicker, faster moving in your legs. So that's one element there that is quite unique about the resistance. So not only can this handle go around your waist, be used as a belt, so you can work your legs and work acceleration and different types of endurance with your legs and resisted legs. It's also useful in a lot of other ways. For example, working on your wrists. What I do with this handle here, as you see, is I actually I've designed it so that you can hold it in a way that the force is asymmetrical on the handle. So you can see here that I can work a range of motion with my hand, and I can finish that range of motion off with my wrist. This is a very helpful thing for building wrist strength in a lot of different ways, and it's something fairly unique to this particular handle design, and I think something that is particularly useful for tennis. Another way I like to work with the bands, particularly these long bands, you'll notice these long bands, by the way, have a very gradual change in resistance. This makes them very useful for doing plyometric, fast-moving exercises. It gives these bands all kinds of different potentials that a lot of the other resistance bands in the market just simply don't have. One thing I've been doing recently, working with boxers at a gym, and I see they do a lot of skipping, so I've been doing this for my own sort of cardio on one leg. I'm really liking how this feels as I move around, and particularly after I sort of build up some resistance in the band and then jump back. It pulls me back, and it adds resistance and velocity to my landing, which is a very helpful thing, I think, if I want to build strength for working in different ranges of motion, for stopping and starting. So I think this is really good for all athletes. I particularly sort of put it on the radar of tennis players who want to build strength in their knees. One of the other things that's interesting about this particular handle design is, tennis players have a lot of times they have issues with shoulders and elbows. It's often important that they stretch, or to restore range of motion, it's important that they're able to do exercises without grabbing something with their hands. So different types of stretches and mobility exercises done with an open hand with wrist resistance like this, very, very, very helpful. So this is another way that this handle really allows you to do sport-specific work for the type of rehab or prehab. You can also add resistance for your hands, and now you can start to create a program, full body resistance, working hands and legs, where you're really going to get some extra work, extra cardio, get really good full body value and density into your workout. This allows me basically to have a complete follow through and resistance for all that type of work where I want to work my wrist and create stronger wrists. These bands that I've been using a lot lately, this is sort of like battle ropes, but you basically just get a little bit of oscillation going. This is really good for the shoulders, a little easier than the battle ropes, and if you get up onto one leg, You can start to work a little bit of cardio into it. You can start to work a little bit of prehabilitation as you work the resistance from one side to the other. There's all kinds of interesting ways to create that instability, extra resistance, and extra force for your landings and your takeoffs. In the all in all, this type of tool is the type of thing that it travels really well. It's obviously quite useful courtside. If you've got a class, obviously each one of the kids can have one of these things, and as they learn to use them, they can take them home. They can have them as part of their practice on an ongoing basis. Thanks for watching the video. Cheers.